Today I'm going to be talking about my favourite turbo for the OM606. Now, obviously, I've tried lots of different ones. Holsets, Borg Warners, Garrett's, blah, 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 blah. But these are my favourite, and this is a Borg Warner S200 SXE. And the thing that's made me bring this up today and decide to make a video on it is I've been rambling on about these turbos for years, probably 7, 8 years, whatever, since I first started using them. And slowly but surely, I'm seeing more and more and more people using them, which I'm happy about because they are absolutely awesome. They are better than the alternatives, and it shows that something I'm saying is sinking in, which is exciting. So, or it's a coincidence, whatever, who cares? The good news is the people are using them and they are good on a 606. However, one thing I have noticed is people are generally choosing the wrong housing for the S200 and they are getting misled into thinking the turbo's not as good as it actually is. Now, this is an S200 that has the genuine Borg Warner housing on it, right? Now this, I would consider to be wrong for most people's application. This is a T4, and note the T4 on it is weird. It has T3 holes, even though it's a T4 turbo, because that's what Borg Warner did for some strange reason. So it has a T4 bolt pattern but T3 holes, and it's a twin scroll 0.83 AR. Now if you were to apply this turbo to a twin scroll manifold, that is too restrictive. You are going to lose top end horsepower with that. The spool will be okay, but the top end is going to be restricted. So I don't advise that. The reason we have this here today is because we're building a special application for a customer that wanted a quick spool valve. But as I'm sure you've all read and watched in my quick spool valve videos, that if you use a quick spool valve, it initially uses one port to spool the turbo up, and then it spreads all the gas amongst the two ports, not like a twin scroll. So it drops the AR, makes the exhaust housing less restrictive. So it allows better flow, better top end power than a twin scroll manifold would, you know, over an open manifold. Right, so this is wrong. Now this is the one that's my favourite. This is a Borg Warner S200 SXE, the same as that one, but it has a custom made housing on the rear. And this custom made housing is good for a few reasons. It's a T3, which is good. It's a normal T3, as in it has a T3 bolt pattern and a T3 hole. And the AR size, which in this particular occasion is just right, 0.63, to allow really, really good spool up and really good top end power. Good top end power from one of these I consider 400 to 420, and it is a nice long power band. Boost's going to kick in at 2,500 revs, and it's going to kick real hard. Like it's nice. My favourite turbo for the 606. So, and also the other benefit is with the custom housing that we supply with these, it's got a T3. It's got a 3-inch V-band, normal V-band on the rear, which is really important because the standard version, the one from Borg Warner, if you just buy one of these off some generic website, it has a Marmon clamp, which is complete toss, and you have to end up welding a V-band to it or buying a specialist Marmon fitting adapter and blah blah blah. So, S200 turbo, absolute killer. It beats, I think it beats all the Hall sets that I've tried, hands down. Not saying they don't have the place, they're super strong and they make good power, but this thing gives them a whipping. It's a lot more money though, because if you're going to buy one of these, in the quick spool race kit for example, you're going to have billet manifold, or the street kit has the billet adapter. You're going to have a Turbo Smart high pressure wastegate, which is really important. You need a good quality wastegate with this. You don't want to overspeed it and break it, and all the other bits and pieces, which does make it an expensive kit. If you custom make a housing like this, you could probably put one onto your own homemade manifold and get a similar performance. But it's that custom housing that's the key. So when you're buying an S200, go to our website, you can see there's a smaller one and a medium sized one. This is the medium sized one, and that's what I'd advise for a 606. And it's absolutely killer. It really is awesome. So go out and buy one today and enjoy your 606. So long.